Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Carol. I am part of the human resources staff at Creek Fisheries, and I just want to tell you a little bit more about the company and a bit about the summer opportunity that we offer. So I'm going to go through a brief PowerPoint, and I'll be able to explain everything in a bit more detail. So I'll tell you a little bit about how I got started with Creek Fisheries. So when I was a senior in college, I had a friend that suggested this work for me. I had never been to Alaska, had certainly never done seafood processing before, but I thought, hey, let's give it a try. So I went up for a summer and I was in the quality assurance team. And one summer turned to three. And then my fourth year, I joined the human resources staff. So now I help with payroll, I help with recruiting, I help with social media. And I will say that every member of the human resources staff and of management has started off as a seafood processor. So the very position that we are hiring for, we've all worked inside the plant, we've all been through the work, we know what it's like, we can definitely relate. So now I'm just going to go forward with the PowerPoint and show you a brief video that we did. This was pre-COVID. I will say now we do ask folks to wear masks. But let me go over that and then I'll jump into everything a bit more.
My first impression when I got to Naknek was, wow, this is really isolated and out there. I knew I wasn't going to have cell phone coverage, but I didn't anticipate liking that much. I really loved being separated from those devices and being more plugged into my day-to-day life.
It was very interesting to learn about different cultures and see everyone kind of interact and mix with each other. So that was pretty cool.
And I liked the way that camp was really eclectic. It was not super uniform. Everybody was just so nice and so welcoming, from like first years to returners to all the employees.
My first impression of walking into the plant was a bit of surprise because I've never worked in that sort of environment before, so there was a lot going on, which made me a little nervous, but after doing a tour of the plant and then knowing where I'd have to report for my department, it's amazing how routine that became.
It was different. I'd never been in a factory setting or been inside of a plant facility like that, and it's just a lot of moving components, a lot of machines.
Being part of the Leader Creek family means having friendships that are outside your age group, outside of your ethnicity and nationality and experience.
Met friends I never thought I'd meet and share a really unique experience that I don't think many people are able to experience in their lifetime.
Working at Leader Creek has made me ready to accept any challenge.
The best part of the Leader Creek adventure for me was working with so many people and having like such a big group that you were a part of, and just, you know, feeling the camaraderie and like the teamwork of so many people and everyone working for like a common goal. It was really cool just to see the unity of so many people.
All right, that was a brief video on the company. So a little bit more about us. So who are we? So Creek Fisheries is a producer of wild-caught Alaskan salmon. During the summer, we operate out of Naknek, Alaska. It's a small rural area, and we happen to be one of the smaller companies in the area. And we are very hands-on, and we really pride ourselves in that. So like I said, every member of management and human resources has worked inside the plant, starting off as a seafood processor. And every summer we hire approximately 400 people to come join us for the summer. So this isn't to be on the boat catching the fish. It's not deadliest catch or anything like that. It's just to process the fish that come from the boat. So who are we hiring? You do not need any prior experience to be a seafood processor. I certainly didn't when I started. But we do like to tell people, like, hey, it's not easy work. During the phone interview, we are very thorough in what the job entails. You know, it is hard work. You do have to push yourself physically and mentally. But that said, it's a great environment and it's a great opportunity to work a lot of overtime hours. So we do training on the spot. You do not need to come with any prior experience. And we also have a lot of folks who've been doing this work for several years. So you're able to learn tips and tricks from your coworkers on the line while you're working. And again, we do ask folks to just be flexible and understanding of the job because our industry is completely dependent on Mother Nature. So why are we hiring? So every season we are just breaking records with the amount of fish that we're able to process. And so what that translates to is a lot of overtime for our employees. And so you're definitely not, getting a job where you're sitting behind a desk all day, getting spreadsheet experience. It's definitely a job where you're hands-on inside the plant, working and really pushing yourself. So again, a lot of overtime is available, and that's great for a lot of people who are saving up for big expenses like tuition or possibly, purchasing a car. So again, a lot of overtime available. So where would you be working? So we have 4 main departments inside the plant. We have fish house department, fillet, backpack, and packing. Each of these departments have different tasks that you could be assigned to, but all of them are similar in the fact that you'll be standing on your feet for the entirety of your shift. You'll be performing the same repetitive tasks and motions. All of them are pretty cold and wet environments. So, that said, we do have the opportunity for folks to move around within their department. Sometimes you're able to go to a different department and sort of check it out and work there. But again, flexibility is required for that. And then as you can see here in the picture, this person is all geared up, and that is stuff that we provide to you. So we provide all of the PPE, we provide the knives. So you don't need to purchase anything gear-wise in order for you to come work with us. So travel. If you are located in Alaska, we will fly you anywhere from the state. If you are in the lower 48, we will fly you from Seattle. So Seattle, Washington is our point of hire, and we provide that round trip flight from Seattle to the small rural part in Alaska that we're in. And then at the end of the season, we drop you back off in Seattle. So COVID-19, this did affect our industry, so I do want to spend some time talking about it. So employee safety is number one for us, very high priority. We want all of our employees to feel that they are working in a safe environment. So for the 2020 season, we did have employees quarantine prior to coming up with us. During that quarantine period, employees were tested, and once they got on camp, they were tested as well. So everyone was tested at least 3 times, and that wasn't something where we sent everyone off camp. We had members of the clinic come to our property and test everyone on site. We also implemented some policies that were in line with CDC's recommendations. So we had a closed campus. I know this was unfortunate for those that wanted to go out and explore. This was done to keep our employees safe as well as the community that we're a part of safe. We also had social distancing. So some of our departments, there's more areas to move around than others. So the more stationary departments, we did install partitions for an added layer of protection for our employees. And we also provided masks for everyone. So we don't know how COVID is going to affect us for this upcoming season. It's still a couple of months away. The vaccine is currently being distributed, but we can expect a similar type of procedure to be in place for this upcoming season. So if you want to check us out, you can check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube. We also have reviews on Glassdoor and on Indeed. So here's just a review that an employee had left for us. They said, "I loved working here. The community is really what makes this whole experience. It's very hard work, but Leader Creek works to put everyone in the right mindset." So again, we don't like to sugarcoat the type of work that we do. We're very thorough during the phone interview. And we find that a lot of people in the midst of it, they're like, "Hey, this is like really tough work." And usually afterwards, once they finish the season, once they're able to reflect back on their time, they're like, "Wow, I can't believe I really pushed myself that much." And most people are like, "Hey, when can I apply again?" And so again, it's definitely an experience. It's a unique one, and it's one where you're gonna definitely push yourself. We also have a blog called the Leader Creek Catch. So you can find this on our website. And here we have current and former employees just write about their experience, a little bit about why they decided to go up to Alaska, sort of what their mindset was, and what they got out of the whole experience. So I definitely recommend checking that out. So if you want to submit an application, how do you do that? Our application is pretty simple and straightforward. Most people will know within 2 weeks or so if they're going to join us for the summer. So you would just go onto our website to leadercreekfisheries.com. You would click apply now and submit a complete application. So what do I mean by complete application? A complete application has a current phone number and email address. Those are the main ways we are able to get in touch with you. And then you will have 3 references. So 2 references have to be professional, so current or former supervisors or mentors, and then your personal reference. That can be a friend or a coworker. And then once we receive your application, either myself or my coworkers will be in touch with you to do a quick phone interview, anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. And then after that, we'll go ahead and reach out to references. And if everything goes well, you'll get an email from us with the next steps. And then that's it. That's the PowerPoint that I have to share. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can go to our website and we have a contact information there. Any questions you have, go ahead and just submit them. But other than that, I hope to see you in Alaska this summer. Bye.